Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a little rundown on my favorite brushes that I do use day to day. If you haven't been here before, hello, my name is Kami. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and like this video if you do. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you do not miss any more of my videos. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my favorite brushes. So we're going to start out with the eye brushes because there are more of those. We're going to start out with more of my little pencil brushes. So I have like 3 of these. So this one is newer to me. This is the Morphe M431, and this is what it looks like. So this brush is the perfect size for blending out your lower lash line is what I mean, because it is that domed shape and it is tapered on the edges, but it's not too long, not too short to where it's not fluffy enough to just go right under that lower lash line and blend out that shadow, as you have seen me do in previous videos. But I love this brush. It's made of white hair and it's just perfect for blending out shadow seamlessly, and I really can't go without this brush. This next brush is the brush that I was using for as my pencil brush, but I use this more as a detail brush now, so I'll use this brush for, you know, my outer V, or if I've got something I want to put on my inner corner. This is the Morphe E36, and as you can tell, it is smaller, so it's not as tapered as the other one. I'll put them side by side so you can see. See how this one's got more, I'll put them close. See how this one's got more tapered hairs going up the side. This one has tapered ones, but not as many, as you can see. It's more rounded. This one's more tapered and dome shaped. But I love this brush because it just allows me to really precisely place the product, which is what you need a small detail brush for, so I love it. The next one is this, and these are all Morphe brushes except for one, so. But I mean, I should have prefaced this video by saying these all are Morphe brushes because Morphe is such an affordable brand and all of their products are so high quality that you can't pass up that kind of a deal. You know what I mean? I've had brushes from Sigma, from Real Techniques, from other makeup brands, you know, like Anastasia and brands like that. I'm not saying they're not good, because they are, but Morphe is such an affordable price point and there's such a variety of different brushes. How could you not love them, you know? But this is the Morphe M321. And this is a black-haired brush. It's not the white, like goat hair like before. This one is domed, and it is a little bit more shaped like the other one, as you can see if you want to compare side by side. But the other one is a little skinnier. This little black one is a little fluffier, and it is a little shorter too, if you can tell. Just a little bit shorter. But it's really, really good for what I like to use it for is my brow bone highlight. And I don't know why, but this is just what I use it for. And there's probably some product on here already. I'll just take that right under that brow bone. I just love putting product on with this brush. I mean, I've had this one the longest and I love this brush. I use it for almost anything. I can put my eyelid shade on with this, highlight the brow bone, inner corner. I could contour my nose with this. There's so many things you could do with this brush. Next, we're going to go in and talk about the Morphe M213. Now, this is a teeny brush. I have been highlighting my lower lash line, but right here, just right in this area. I haven't been highlighting the whole inner portion like I normally do. I just go right on this lower lash line like this and highlight, because I think that it opens my eye up more because of the eye shape that I have. So I really love this brush, and it is an itty teeny brush. You could also do a little bit of a smudgy, smoky liner with this if you wanted to. But I mean, I love this brush. It's definitely a detail precision brush. So if you need some of those, check this one out. So now we're going to talk about my 3 favorite blending brushes. These are all white goat hair brushes. We're going to start with the Morphe M441. Now, I almost can't go without this brush ever. I always start with this brush, no matter if I'm going smoky, natural, everyday, nighttime, you know, whatever color I'm using, I will go in with this brush first. And this is the brush that I use in my upper crease. So this is the brush that I use up in here, closer to my eyebrow and my brow bone. And this is the one that I'll do my circular motions with. And this is also the one that I go back in with after I have applied my darker shade in my crease. You know what I mean? This is the shade that, this is the brush that I use to really buff out that shadow on the outer upper edge of my eye. This next one is probably my favorite eyeshadow blending brush I've ever had, ever. This is the Morphe M433. And if you were looking for a do-it-all eye brush, if you're looking for a all-in-one brush that can apply the shadow in the crease, blend out above the brow bone, apply on the lid, this is your brush. This is the brush you should buy. If you're gonna buy any of these eyeshadow brushes, this is the one I would recommend, because everybody needs this kind of a brush in their arsenal. It is fluffy. As you can see, it's got some tapered on the edge, but it is fat enough to where it just holds product well, and it's able to fluff it into the crease and onto the brow bone or onto the lid whenever and however. So this is the brush that I'll use when I'm like, you know what, I don't have time to do a transition shade, a brow bone shade, a crease shade, an eyeshadow on my lid shade. This is the brush I'll use when I'm like, you know what, I just have time for one eyeshadow today, and I'll grab like a chocolatey kind of taupey brown, and I'll just put it on my lid and blend it up into my crease and be done. And that is what's so great about this brush. It is a very versatile brush. Like I said, if you're looking for one, check this one out. And the last one is a little newer to me, but it's more of a, I don't want to say precision because I'm going to say that a lot, but it is. This is the Morphe M513 brush, and it is taller, and I'm sorry, my brushes are dirty. I do use them, and I haven't had time to wash them this week. So this one is taller and the brush is longer, and I'm going to show you in comparison, I'm going to show you in comparison to that last brush just how much taller it is. So it's very tall, it's thinner, it is definitely more dome shaped, and it's not as fat. It's round all the way around, you know, the shape is consistent all the way around. I love this for applying product in specific areas. Like if I just want to do like more of a cut crease, or if I want that shadow that's going to be in my crease to be more prominent and stand out more, this is the brush I'll use because it sits nicely right in that crease. You know what I mean? It just sits nicely. It does a perfect job of blending. It doesn't create too harsh of a line, but at the same time, if you're looking to do some detailed work, this is a good fluffy brush. Now this last fluffy brush is kind of like the brush I use on no makeup days. Is that weird that I have different brushes for different days? This is the Morphe E22, and it's the Elite collection, which I don't know if they have anymore. They should. I don't know if they have. They do, but this is the brush I'll use on days when I'm like, you know what, a little highlighter, a little concealer, mascara, brow gel, and gloss. This is what I'll use. So this is what I use. I'll take my bronzer and I'll just dunk this in my bronzer and fluff it in my crease messily, because the bronzer I use is that Physicians Formula one, and it literally takes 2 seconds. It's not super dark. It's not orangey or too chocolatey or muddy colored. It's the perfect bronzer shade for me. And a lot of people love it too, but this brush and just fluffing that in there and loosely just kind of boop, boop, boop right in your crease, and out the door you go. And it looks like you tried a little more than just putting no eyeshadow on your eye at all. This is really a good, easy, effortless, no muss, no fuss brush. The last eye brush we have isn't Morphe, but it is the only brush that is not Morphe that I have here, and this is the Anastasia. I don't even know the name of it because it's not even on here anymore, but this is the Anastasia little brow brush. And if I'm going to go in with a brow pomade like my Anastasia ones, I do use this. The point is perfection. It's so good. And the spoolie's great. I mean, everything about this brush is great. I do eyeliner with this if I'm going to use a gel eyeliner. It's really so good. If you are looking for a good eyeliner eyebrow brush, check this one out. Okay, now we're going to move on to face brushes, which I think I love a little bit more. So we're going to start out with the brush that I would recommend to any of you buying. If you're going to buy one face brush from this collection, from my video, this is the one I would recommend you buy. This is the Morphe E3. This brush may look like a simple brush, but you can do anything with this brush. I started out with this one, and this is the one that I can use for bronzer, I can use it for contour, I can use it for blush, you can use it for highlight, you can use it for dusting off your excess powder under your eyes. You can use this brush for anything. I love this brush. I don't know what the hairs are that it's made of, but it is the Elite collection, and it is just like this little brush I showed you. This brush is amazing. It's so soft. It's so soft. They're so nice, such good quality, not expensive, and they hold up so well. They really, really feel like good quality brushes. And if you're going to check one out, the Morphe E3, which I will have all of this listed in the description box below, the Morphe E3 is the one to check out. Next, we're going to scoot right along to my favorite blush brush ever. This is the Morphe E4. Now, this is the last Elite brush I have, but this is what it looks like. And it's just your classic, you know, little fat brush, and it's just perfect for putting that product right on those cheeks. It's just a good size. I really love this brush. Again, the bristles are really, really soft, and these brushes do wash really well too. If you're gonna wash your brushes, I wash mine with my face wash, which is the Philosophy Purity face wash, whatever that is. You can use Dawn or whatever, but I just use my face wash because I mean, I'm putting these on my face. I don't want to break out, but I love this brush. I love both of these Elite brushes. They're such good quality. Then we've got the brush I use for contour, and this is the Morphe M523. This is a white goat-haired brush again. And this is so good for just sitting right in those hollows. I mean, I don't really do anything else with this brush besides do that because I don't want a chiseled cheek. I just want a little bit of a shadow so it looks like my face has some dimension to it, you know? And this brush definitely gives it to me. It's really soft on the cheeks. What I mean by that is it doesn't hold a lot of product on the brush. It just grabs as much as you want, then I dab it off, and when you put that on the cheeks, it creates that soft focus kind of contour. It doesn't allow for the contour to look choppy or chunky or weird, you know what I mean? And that's why I love this brush for that. The last white goat-haired brush I have is the Morphe M527. This brush is so used and abused, let me tell you. This is what it looks like. She dirty, so don't judge me. But this is what it looks like, and oh my gosh, I love this brush. It's so fat and fluffy, and I use this for my bronzer, if you couldn't tell. I love this brush. Now, when I first started out using these Morphe brushes, I didn't really love this one because I thought, I don't know, I wanted a more precise placement of my bronzer in this area, but it totally does that. I was afraid that it was going to be like all, you know, down on my lower half of my face, which is not what I want. I want it to stay up here, lift the brows, sculpt out the cheeks, or lift the face and sculpt out the cheeks. And that's really what I wanted. And this brush delivers, let me tell you. It's amazing. Don't let the shape of it fool you. I mean, it's not going to create that messy look. It's just going to, I can't go without it. You need it. And again, it's the M527. The last brush is my highlight brush. This is the Morphe M501, and this is such a great brush. I mean, it's tapered, and I didn't mention the shape of the others, but I mean, I think you saw them, but it's tapered and with a point on it, and I just grab product right on the side and then just hit the tops of my cheekbones and my apples of my cheeks and the other places I want to highlight. This is such a great brush because it holds product. It really picks it up well, if you know what I mean. It doesn't just like, you know, some brushes, when you touch into a powder, it just kind of sits on the outside and flakes. And then when you dab it off, you're like, did I get anything? This brush holds on to the product, and I really like that. I really enjoy that about this brush. Alright guys, we have officially come to the end of my favorite Morphe brushes. I love all of these brushes. If you're going to pick some up, again, I would recommend the, let me see, Morphe M433 and the Morphe E3. These two brushes, tried and true. When they give out on me, which I don't see that happening soon, but when they give out on me, I will be buying them again. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and tell me down below what your favorite brushes are. I would love to know and try some new ones. I think that's all, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.